That was painless the third time around.
3. Okay, so I'm really sorry, but for those of you who have heard this every time, first of all, I hope you can hear us. And I'm going to have everyone introduce themselves really quickly. We'll get to the Twitter stuff at the end. But please just say your name, your animal, and like what kind of creature you are. So I'm Jess, and I will be your guide. And let us first go to our Corgi twins, starting with Bagel.
That's me. I'm playing Bagel Corgi. My name is Gwen, or GwenDB on the internet. We are fixing the name in a bit, so you'll just have to remember. But Bagel is a swell, outdoorsy kind of fellow who just wants everybody to go on a nice, safe camping trip where nothing goes wrong.
And hi, everybody. I'm Lynn, and I am Baguette, Bagel's twin sister, who is not such an outdoorsy type. She prefers her books, and she's kind of inclined to the, church and things like that, but she'll follow Bagel wherever he goes. So we'll see what happens.
Miss Priscilla.
Priscilla is also the booksy type, but Priscilla Plot, a plot hound, is more of the go out in the world and find the lost relics left by the old ones sort of dog.
Grimly.
Hello again. My name is Alan Johnson. I'm playing Grimly Greyhound, a nervous greyhound who's way over his head. What are words tonight? Who knows?
And Lilia.
Hello. Tonight I will be a Lilia Cavalier, who is a very small, very sweet companion dog who is also a jewel thief, adventurer, and thrill seeker.
And last, never least, our one kitty.
Hello, I am Alan Engelson, and I will be playing Snowball. Snowball is a criminal. Of what? We'll find out.
All right. So, when last we chatted, Grimly and Snowball were living just outside of Pugmire, kind of in the wilds. And you've heard that there's some stuff going on with the unseen, a little bit of mystery, things that shouldn't be. The things that back in the day of man or the old ones, they never saw, but dogs and cats always did. And this increased activity is concerning. And Grimly, being a safety dog, has called on his good guiding wilderness friend, Bagel, to help him out. And of course, Bagel has shown up with his sister and 2 of his best friends who love nothing more than to adventure and dive into dark and scary places. So you are all together on this crisp fall day, few miles, couple days walk outside of Pugmire.
So Grimly, I thought you could use some more friends.
Yeah, I love friends, especially such nice friends as these.
Right?
I like her hat. That's something.
Oh no.
It's a fine hat. It's not as nice as the ones I used to get from that shop that closed, which was the best for hats, also for cuffs. Don't even know what happened to that guy.
I don't think anyone knows what happened to that guy, whoever he is. So who are your friends?
Do my friends want to introduce themselves?
If I must. Priscilla, I'll be joining you on your journey.
And I am Baguette. I'm Bagel's sister. So nice to meet you.
She's really smart.
He's mentioned you a lot.
Uh-huh.
I give a hug.
I give a hug back. Unless that was aimed at Grimly, in which case I joined the hug.
I don't hug without consent.
Okay.
That would be rude.
Okay. I do wiggle just a little bit further away.
Snowball, how are you feeling about all the pleasantries? What do you think of these new friends?
All right, now that we have all that out of the way, on to a little more business. We have Unseen to deal with, or at least investigate. I'm
That's what,
Snowball, by the way.
yeah. Pleasure to meet you, Snowball. I've heard about the unseen. I just haven't seen them. It goes with the name, kind of. But they're out there somewhere.
Is that a deliberate joke or just
I
the other kind?
doubt it.
What? Did I say a joke?
Did he?
Oh. Nothing. Let's go.
Indeed. Let's move.
I'm definitely not leading the pack on this one, you guys.
I'm leading the pack, but Gwen the
Bagel's
player
got
doesn't know
this.
where we're going.
So, Snowball and Grimly have both heard that there's some caves nearby where some things that aren't exactly great have been happening, but you haven't been able to hear that much of it. Snowball, probably because you don't care, and Grimly because you were too scared to ask.
I'm too scared to ask now, but yeah.
So Bagel, you have a general idea of which direction to go, and it is further away from Pugmire, up northwest into the mountains.
Ooh, good hiking trip. Okay. Did everyone bring good hiking shoes?
I only have the one pair of shoes.
Your feet are a little big, but they might fit in my backup pair if you need a backup pair, because I always come prepared.
Okay.
Baguette is only outfitted because Bagel made sure that she would be. But yes.
Baguette's wearing entirely new hiking clothes that she has
Yes.
never touched before in her life.
And is feeling a little awkward about it, but doing her best.
All right. I lead the pack in the direction of the mountain.
All right.
The mountain.
So you head off. It's a little windy, but you're doing okay on this hike. Lilia is a little more strenuous than maybe you're used to, but you're a pretty adventurous dog. You're just more used to city adventuring.
Yeah, adventuring where you can stop and sit down on a bench. But this is fine. I'm fine.
And the path starts to get a little bit windy and a little twisty. And I'd like to, the sun, it's a little unclear which direction you're supposed to go at this point. I'd like Bale to give me a survival check.
All right, I'm on it.
And anybody can help if they want to.
You have to have the skill to be able to help, right?
It
Or
does help.
I don't think I can survive, so go ahead.
I'm on it. I'm a confident wilderness explorer. Hoo-hoo. 17.
All right, you are doing just fine. You are heading up this mountain. And you reach what seems to be like a good stop for lunch. There's kind of a clear, well, it looks like there's brambles, but they've kind of been cleared away in an area. There's some greenery, and looks like the sun's kind of not as high, not as hot as it was before. Looks like it might be a good place to stop and have a snack. But you can keep cooling if you would
No,
like.
it is definitely a really good place to stop and have a snack. We could.
It's important for beginner hikers to take breaks. So I think we should take a break here and everyone should drink water and stretch and have snacks.
Does this look like a nice, safe place to stop? Just in general.
Are you asking your friends or are you asking the guy?
I'm asking the guy.
I mean, you'll have to use your senses and tell me. How safe is it? Do
Well,
you sense any danger?
It sounds like sense motive to me.
Not so much a sense motive.
So would that be more of a? I imagine that
Notice?
would that be a notice or a search?
Notice sounds good to me.
Notice.
All
Sure,
right.
let's do that. Can I do that?
You can search if you're
Right.
searching for something specific.
Can I do a notice then?
Yes, you may.
Fantastic.
I will help you notice because it's important as the wilderness guide to always make sure that you found a good resting spot.
I trust their instinct. What? No one's gonna believe me when I just say I rolled a natural 20 for the first dice roll, but I just rolled a natural 20 for the first dice roll. So
Hey,
That is how we start this.
You have
Oh.
received the blessing of Bagel.
I've wasted it on the most irrelevant check.
that was actually a good
You
check
don't know that.
Yet you're right.
because you notice that just where you are about to sit down is a whole area of dire ticks.
What the hell's a dire tick? It's like a regular tick.
They're like a regular tick, but dire.
Um,
And they're kind of crawling all over each other's bodies. And you see them. They haven't seen you yet because you just noticed them. But
can
you
I?
have a whole, like, not a den, I guess. Where do ticks live when they're not on dogs? A dead box, I guess, full of dire ticks.
Can I perform an action?
Yes, what would you like to do?
I would like to scream. I just turn around and just. "Ah!"
I
That
run
makes me
towards
jump
the
5
screen.
feet in the air.
Yeah, same.
Priscilla just kind of jumps and is like, "What? What now? What?"
I don't know what those are, but I don't like them. They're wiggling and they look kind of more dire
Walks
than
over to
normal
look.
wiggling things.
So Priscilla walks over to look and see what it is.
How big are they?
And with your scream, the dire ticks have noticed you now.
Oh no.
Are they friendly?
They're hungry, which is like friendly.
But with more teeth. Oops.
Oh my God, Paul just said they're ticked off. Um, so, but they don't have surprise on you because you definitely did see them first.
Ah,
Tell me how you're standing. I assume Gremlin is in the front.
I am immediately, whoever is the closest to me, I don't know who it is, but I'm immediately going behind them, even though I'm probably taller than them.
Please just let it be
Priscilla
Lilia.
first.
Priscilla walked
Please.
over to look. She looked to investigate. So
Okay, where's everybody else?
I'm probably close-ish. I'm coming over to be like, oh, one of my new wilderness scouts found something. Better go check it out.
No, didn't find anything I liked. Not a single thing. I don't like the wilderness.
I'd be coming up behind Bagel, but
Okay.
like a little bit like this is why I don't go outdoors in attitude.
It's Snowball and Lilia. Where are you?
I'm probably towards the back.
Okay.
I was running towards the screaming, so
Okay, I'll put you with
I'll
the-
get there.
All right, friends, let's roll for initiative, shall we?
And 20 minutes in, and we're already doing great.
Yeah.
You know what? They didn't get surprise on you, so that's
True, very
that is
true.
great. And they're really city, so you're fine.
So speaking of rolls people aren't going to believe for the first roll out of the game.
Don't say it.
Nat
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
There
That
must be
one.
balance.
And you're going away.
Fall headfirst into a tick's mouth.
no!
I'm usually not one of those dice prison people, but that I can't forgive that.
Yeah. This is the first roll of the campaign. Like, that one deserves some jail time.
Yeah.
Balance in all things.
Yes.
So it's your fault, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Grimly.
What did you get?
Who was that?
Grimly,
14.
what did you get? 14 for Baguette?
Yeah.
All right.
11 for Bagel.
11. Grimly?
15 plus 2, 17.
17, damn fine. Lilia? You're muted again, though. Lilia?
You're muted.
5.
5, okay. And Snowball, bringing up the rear. What'd you get?
15.
All right. So, they got a 9. So, Grimly, you are going first. What are you doing to these 6 ticks that have now stopped crawling on this festering body and are eyeing you?
I'm going to. Priscilla's in front of me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I'm going to stay behind Priscilla,
Oh my
despite probably being far just beefier in every way. I'm going to stay behind Priscilla, and if they get close, I'm just going to flail at them with the sword. Because the second that these things came out, I'm just sword, shield. Ah! That's what I got.
Okay, so like as a reaction, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. And also, as a reminder, it didn't come in here yet. I really should have this in chat. But you do have a fortune bowl where you can reroll dice. It starts with 2 fortunes in it. And you
Cool.
can always add fortune by intentionally failing a roll. All right. So you are still hiding behind Priscilla and readying your weapon.
Yes, I am prepared to survive.
All right, Snowball, you're up.
All right. I'm going to pull out my rapier, and I will just charge towards the front to see what's going on, because everyone's kind of in front of me right now.
Okay. So you can move pretty fast, right?
30.
Okay, you're the same as them. So I'll
30
say,
speed.
yeah. So you can run up alongside or in front of Priscilla if you would like.
Alongside.
Okay.
Yes, form a wall in front of me.
Baguette.
Yes. So again, how big are these things?
Well, it's a nest of ticks, and they're bigger than a regular tick, but I'd say like that big.
Okay, well, I think Baguette finds them rather nasty and gross, and she doesn't like being outside. I'd like to try to sacred flame them.
Can you what?
I'd like to try to sacred flame them.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's just like, ew, nature, ew. And I don't like what these will probably do to us, you know? So yeah, I think she'll try to sacred flame them.
That's a very valid response.
Yeah. And that may be inspired a little bit by my younger self's reaction to insects.
Okay. So they have to succeed on a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, let's see. What is your DC?
Let's see. My ability is, my spellcast ability is wisdom.
Mhm.
So let's see.
I can pull the character sheet.
Let's see. Yeah, I think it's 13 because my modifier is +3.
Okay, they have failed.
Yes.
And so they are going to take 1d8 damage. So would you like to roll that for them or shall I?
I can roll it. I've got my lovely 2019 Gen Con commemorative dice, which I'm trying out this game. So we'll see if they steer me well. That is 5.
All right. You have hurt this massive wall of ticks, like very badly. You can see they're all kind of like flipped over now and doing kind of an thing, but they're still alive.
They took a tick of damage.
Eh.
Ah.
Made them think about things, though.
And now they are brightly lit.
Oh, good. They're glowing ticks.
Glowing ticks.
Ah.
This is Beckett's first time in the field, so she's trying things out.
So you lit them up, and basically, what does that look like when you do that?
Oh, I just, she's not quite got the whole zoomy reaction that Grimly might someday have, but she's just like, almost a get thee behind me, Satan kind of casting at them, because she just does not like nature. This is not how she wanted this camping trip to begin.
Okay, I like that. And now, because they're lit up, everybody gets a bonus to hit them. No, they're just lit up.
They're just glowing. It's aesthetic.
They're just glowing. Okay, cool. Well, it would, if they were in the dark, it would be easy to see them.
A tick chic.
All right. So that was Baguette. It is now Mr. Bagel's turn.
That's me. All right. Seeing my sister light up a bunch of the ticks, I'm like, oh, that's what we're doing. Okay. And I want to move. I don't really think I need to move closer for this, but I want to use my whip on the ticks.
Ooh.
Okay.
I want to just whip a tick. So I'm going to make an attack roll. It has reach, so I can be further away.
Okay.
So if I need to, I'll move up, but there's still a distance.
Yeah. How far is that?
5 feet. So like instead of being right next to something, I can be
Oh,
an
okay.
extra 5 feet away.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I'm gonna make an attack roll against the glowing ticks. Oh no.
That's
Okay.
a good sound.
Yeah.
7?
So you whip that whip, and I think you're just blinded by the glow. And you don't hit the ticks, but luckily you also don't hit Snowball or Priscilla or Grimly either.
Oops.
Kind of whip around your head.
Silver linings.
Yeah.
Purely for show, I pretend that it was a like dramatic. We're here to fight.
Oh, you crack the whip? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoopsh.
So now some of these ticks are not happy. And one of them is going to go right over to Snowball, who is closest to it. And it's going to try and sting you with a stinger.
Try being the key word here.
Yeah, I think it tried not good. Does a 5 hit?
Nope.
Okay. Another one.
I parry.
So another one, like, kind of pulls itself up and is also going to come at Snowball. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see.
Say goodbye to your blood.
So it's going to sting you for 2 piercing damage. And now it is stuck on your body.
Good to know.
Yep. So it's not going to do anything else right now. It's just kind of stuck on your leg, basically.
Okay.
And now one's going to go over to Priscilla.
So Priscilla is none too happy with the fact that Grimly's using her for a shield. It's like, armor.
I don't want to fight it.
She pulls out this twisted, gnarled piece of metal that's like attached to a cord on her belt, holds it up, and casts Elemental Ray, going for heat.
Is this as a reaction? Because it's still the tick's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said it was my turn, not the
Nope,
attack.
sorry. You are being attacked by a tick.
I will ask, if it's getting close enough to attack her, is that close enough for me to attack it or no? For my reaction.
Yes, it is.
Nice.
You are right
Also,
behind her.
Slight retcon. I forgot that during the character creation process, I swapped out the sword for a flail because I thought a flail was funnier. So just imagine my sword got really floppy all of a sudden.
Flail.
Oh no.
Happens to
Yeah.
everyone.
That's fine. Priscilla, does an 11 hit you?
Yes, because
It does?
I forgot to say that I was going to use my mage armor today.
Okay. And Grimly is blocking it with his reaction?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my reaction and just go ah! And spin the flail around and whoosh, try and whap it. Which I need to roll for.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that's +4. That's a 20. 16 + 4.
Yeah, that works.
Hell yeah. And that is going to be 1d8 + 2 damage, which is a 1 + 2, 3.
Okay. So
Nice.
I'm gonna say how this worked because basically in Pugmire, there's not like a lot of reaction type thing. For like what you're doing, because you were readying or were you defending?
That was readying. I was
Okay,
readying
you
for
were
when it
ready.
got close to try and
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So this tick runs up to Priscilla and it's going about to lunge on her when you just flail it to death. And it just falls dead at Priscilla's feet.
To clarify, do I just flail or do I use my flail?
Use your flail.
Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
And of course, in doing all this, I imagine he's like flailing around Priscilla. So now we're both screaming.
Oh yeah, it's metal ball just right like an inch from your head.
And another tick is coming towards Priscilla.
This one's all you.
And it actually hurt itself in its confusion. The second nat one of the night.
Oh my gosh.
An auspicious start.
Just setting a real good precedent.
And it basically tripped over on itself. So. And let's see, one is going to inch around Priscilla and try and get to Grimly. Does an 18 hit you, my dear?
That super hits me.
Okay. So you take 1 sting damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
And you have a tick stuck to you.
Oh, that's real bad. That's what I really didn't want to hear.
And the last tick. It's gonna go for Mr. Bagel.
All right.
Oh wait, it can't get to you actually, because you're farther away.
I am farther away.
You are further away, so it's gonna go for Grimly too.
Can
Does
it
a
just start
9
making
hit
its
you?
way over to me? Sorry.
Does a 9 hit you, Grimly? I don't think it does.
A 9 does not, and I have tick armor now. So.
All right, the ticks are done. It is now Lilia's turn. You have seen 1 tick die. 2 are stuck to your friends. Most are seriously injured, and 1 is tripped on its own face.
Cool. So maybe if I step in and stab the one attached to the terrified greyhound, it'll stop flailing. That seems safer for everyone. I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Please.
You can also try and pull it off of the greyhound.
I'm teeny tiny.
Go ahead and stab it. If you miss, the only thing that'll happen is you'll stab your friend.
I mean, I don't know him that well.
Do it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Dagger damage. Is that with dex or strength in this?
I think it can be both because it still has the.
Finesse, isn't it?
If it's
Yeah.
finesse, it's either.
Cool. 5.
That tick on Grimly's leg just basically shrivels up and falls.
Oh, thank you.
And now, Priscilla, my dear, it is your turn.
Okay. She pulls this gnarled piece of metal that's hanging from a cord off her belt and she holds it up and is going to cast Elemental Ray on one of the ticks,
Ooh.
going for heat. So roll an attack. 3 plus 5, 8. I imagine 8 doesn't hit.
Yeah, you kind of fire your ray, but I think possibly by being used as a doggy shield by a dog who is much bigger and better armed than you.
Yeah. Probably gets her cloak
aim off
yanked
a
on
little
or something.
I'll have you know we have the same amount of arms. It's just 4.
So that unfortunately did not hit.
Yeah.
And speaking of that dog, you're back to Grimly.
Oh, fantastic. So who still has a tick on them? Was that a Snowball or?
Let's
Get it off.
Okay, yeah. I think now that the initial fear has passed, it's just more into panic mode. And I'm going to see the tick on Snowball and just go, "Oh, I'll save you, cat!" And just run over and whoosh, try and whap that one
Praetor.
ahead of time. If this doesn't work, I'm sorry. Well, it is +4 at least, so 7.
Hey! Twinsies.
No. but you also didn't hit Snowball, so that's good.
Hey!
Watch it where you're flailing that thing.
Do you want to try and pull the tick off as bonus action?
Yeah, let's give it a shot. What could go wrong?
Give me a strength check.
Oh, Grimly can do strength checks.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, you rip that tick off.
Ah!
Ew.
You are now holding a tick in your arms.
Oh shit, that's right. Now I just have a tick. Can I put that in my inventory?
What is 7 here?
And Snowball, it is your turn, newly de-ticked.
I used to be an adventurer till I took a tick to the knee.
Get off me!
I'm gonna use my rapier and try and stab at the group of ticks.
Okay.
I still have a tick.
That's your problem now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Very like a cat.
That would be a 12 to hit.
Unfortunately, that just kind of pings off of the tick's hide.
I'm useful, I swear.
But you no longer have a tick on you, so that's positive. And it is Baguette's turn.
Okay, so how many ticks are still alive? And
4. One of them is being held by Grimly.
It's
Just-
a friend.
okay,
One of them is slightly apart from the others because it tripped on its own face.
Do ticks have
Okay.
faces?
so it's just there and lit up and wondering how it tripped on itself.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I think I will probably try to put that one out of its misery.
Okay.
Because I don't want to accidentally hurt one of my new traveling companions by trying to get one off, and I'm not very strong. So
Okay.
so yeah, I'm gonna go make an attack on that one.
Okay.
I'm not very good with it, but I have a mace, so which I've not really used much because why would I? That's a 15 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Roll me some damage.
Okay.
slam into that lit up triptych.
Like I said, I'm not very good with it. I'm not very strong, so that's 1 point of damage.
That is all it takes to smash that tick in pieces.
Yay!
That poor tick.
Out of its misery now.
You now have mashed tick on your mace.
You know,
And it's your brother's turn.
It's your brother's turn. All right, I'm gonna turn to Grimly, whom I am hoping is an appropriate whipping distance away. I'm gonna try to just like get the tick that he's holding up. Like, oh no, what do I do with this? I'm like, I'll show you. Maybe.
Kill it.
Ooh, yeah. Aggregate 20 to hit. It's way better.
Yeah, that totally hits
All right, I'm gonna roll some damage.
with that tick.
8 damage.
That is
Jesus.
a dead tick. Describe how you cleave it into bits.
After my first whip attack, which was entirely a flourish and was definitely intended to not hit anything, I say, all right, let's not freak out. And I just like turn and crack the whip at Grimly, who probably immediately freaks out. And the 2 pieces of tick just like come apart in his hands.
Just imagining this slow-mo in my face, just like, ah.
We got this. This is team bonding. I believe in everyone. That's my turn.
Yay!
Outdoor survival. And it is the tick's turn, and they see one of their own basically ripped in half. And they also see that Snowball's kind of bleeding from the leg a little bit, and they think that looks tasty. So they're both gonna go for him. So does an 8 hit?
Nope.
Does a 19?
Yes.
Good Lord.
So that is 1 damage, and you have another tick on you.
I'm feeling some deja vu here.
And that is their turn.
So I look over to Grimly and I'm like, oh, thanks for getting that one. Oh, come on!
And it is Lilia's turn.
So who's managed to get themselves inticked again?
Cat,
Exactly the same
Snowball.
as last time.
we've come full circle.
Cat.
Just
You know what? Ranger Guide is looking after the big guy. I'm gonna scurry in there, grab hold of the cat's shoulder, and shank another tick. Oh, 12.
Your dagger just kind of pings off of that carapace.
But I didn't cut the cat.
You did not cut the cat, which is good. Priscilla.
Yes.
yes. Okay.
Next to a cat with a tick on it, and then there is a lit up tick right in front of you.
She's sitting there and she's holding her twisted piece of scrap, and she's like, bzz, tries to fry the one that's on the cat. Ooh, 24.
Yeah,
I'm assuming that's gonna hit.
Yeah.
that roasts it.
Well, let's see if it roasts it. 5 points of damage.
Oh yeah. Are you doing heat damage?
Yes.
So that was to the one on Snowball, right?
Yes.
So Snowball, you feel very hot. You just kind of feel the tick on you. Does it light things on fire or just get very hot? Tell me what happens to this tick as it burns to a crisp on your friend's leg.
So at first, not a lot happens. Just this thin little red line just kind of pew, right through it. And then the tick just kind of like burns from the inside out and probably little smoldering embers on his pants leg.
That's
Who's
awesome.
hungry?
That's awesome. Grimly, it's your turn.
Okay,
There's one
so
lit up tick in front of you.
Snowball has been deticked, and all the only tick left is the glowing one right in front of us, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm just gonna whip my head around like 3 times, making sure there's nothing else. Like, see the last glowing tick, and just be like, I got this, and just whap. And this time, we're not going to fail. Oh, hey, a 20. Not natural, but 20.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And a big whopping. Well, it's at least I have that +2. Another 3 because I rolled another 1.
Tell me how you murder the last tick.
Going into it, there's like the thought of self-control. Like I'm just gonna be like really cool and just like whoosh, and with my flail and just that's it, just one whap. But by the time Grimly get there, it's just wham, 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 like into mush. The whole time just going until he's just standing there with a flail dripping tick. He's like, I did it.
Good job. You did it.
Good boy.
I hate you.
First combat.
Yay.
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 I'm so proud.
Oh, and hey, chat, we are giving away a PDF of Pugmire. You just need to be active to win. And also giving away a copy of Monarchies of Mao Monarchies of Mao at the end of the night. So just talk to us, wish our cats and dogs good luck, and yeah, back. So, be active means like just, yes, you are so active. Just like talk and encourage them and talk about ticks and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say there's a little cognitive dissonance because when I think of like that big ticks, I'm like terrified.
Yeah.
That's awful.
This is why
Yeah.
Baguette reacted the way she did. Because that's terrifying.
Oh
Just
yeah.
now thinking about this.
And also, we have a Patreon that I'm going to put in there, but I don't know if it'll work. But there it is.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine. I'm going to send it to Travis. And Travis can post it. Just looks like I swore. Anyway, it's patreon.com/PawsClawsRPG. Anyway, back to the game.
So are dire ticks something I've seen around before, or was this? Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
You have definitely seen them. You know that they
Okay.
are a problem of the outdoors that is not unusual.
The outdoors doesn't have problems. First of all.
Well, that's
Well,
debatable.
Yeah.
More than
Clearly it does. As
It
I go
has
off to the
several
side
fewer
and start
problems now.
licking my wounds.
Oh no.
Baguette's like, shaking tick guts off of her mace. Yeah.
Good job, everyone. We
Like,
found a safe place to have snacks.
Well, it's safe
Yay,
now.
we did it.
Yeah.
It's a bagel. Does
Uh-huh.
this happen a lot to you? Just,
I mean, they live here, so like, it's just sometimes there are critters around. Like we're just critters around.
good to know.
I'm not a critter.
I hate to break it to you, but we're all critters here. We're in the wilderness now.
We're not the blood-sucking critters, though, so
That's true. I'm reasonably confident that nobody here drinks blood.
No.
Quick side eye at Snowball.
when he says reasonably I just
So how do you feel about that judgment?
I'm used to it, unfortunately. It's not my fault people don't get to know me first.
you left me alone with a tick. I did pull it off of you, and you left me alone with it. It was big.
while we're talking about the battle, you used me as a shield.
That was unintentional.
You have a shield already.
I look at my shield on my arm. I mean, you're not wrong.
I'm usually not.
Priscilla, can we talk about the thing with the light that you did with the thing?
Yeah, let's talk about
the
that.
light.
Okay.
How did you do the thing? What is it? Did you make it?
It's,
Did you find it?
I found it, of course.
Is it from the age of...
Of course. She pulls out the twisted piece of metal she has and she goes, this is an ancient human relic, and by using it, I've been able to unlock certain magics, including the elemental ray.
So what does it look like?
Don't
Can you do it
say.
again?
As soon as Snowball leans in, she leans it away. It's looking, not touching, cat.
Had no intention to touch other people's property without them noticing.
Yeah, Baguette is very interested and takes a closer look. Ooh.
So describe your relic. What does it look like?
It looks like just this twisted up piece of shrapnel. It's just like pieces of gnarled metal that are coiled together, and she has fed a cord through it so she can tie it either as a necklace, but right now it's hanging off the side of her belt.
Okay.
Interesting.
You have your symbols, I have mine.
Baguette, she approves. Different methods, but she approves.
All
Dog.
right.
I just gonna ask. There's not more ticks, right? We're good.
Pretty sure we're good. But I'll
Okay.
look around just to make sure. I make a big show of looking around. I'm like,
It's the wilderness.
none over
There's
here.
always ticks.
None over here.
You don't see any.
Okay.
Just lift up one foot, lift up the other, and I look more satisfied.
So you start to see that, that didn't take that long. It was big and scary, but it wasn't that terrible. So if you want to stop and have a snack, you can do that, or you do see the cave kind of up ahead. Also, there's the body that Sticks were sitting on if you're interested.
I'm sorry, there's a body?
Yeah.
When the ticks were on.
Oh. I mean, that's
I suppose
not
that
great.
is relevant.
Yeah, wait,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, that's got Baguette's attention, so she's gonna go over.
After we say we're tick free, I am just gonna be like, so what about the body?
Yeah.
From the other side of the clearing, you hear Bagel like, no, what?
We are never getting snacks, are we?
I'm not going near the body. That's their job.
Well, Baguette's headed there.
I'll help Baguette investigate the body.
Priscilla's just kind of
I want to see a dead body.
Keep an eye out.
So the body appears to be kind of a rough and raggedly dressed rat.
Sorry, could
Okay.
you repeat that?
Yes, a rat, not like a little bitty rat, but like rat folk who
Okay.
you might see like in the dodgier areas of Pugmire.
Okay.
So a rat who is equipped with kind of a bow and arrow, looks like a full quiver of arrows, and a knife in their hand. But it looks like they were probably just overwhelmed by ticks.
Oh, and Baguette will say a little prayer over the dead body out of respect for the deceased.
I loot the body.
And you wait until I am done. Oh my gosh. Just no respect. Okay.
Fine.
It's a cat.
Well,
He's a cat and he has a name.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't be surprised.
Okay. Well, Baguette goes back to finishing her prayer and then goes to learn more about this poor unfortunate soul who did not survive this encounter with the ticks. See if there's anything that we can learn more about who it was.
Upon being scolded, I patiently waited till the rite was done. Then I start pillaging.
Okay, see if there's anything interesting that can tell us more about who he is.
So Snowball, you see some pretty tattered clothes, nothing that you're kind of out of the ordinary for here. Very few plastic coins, like one or two. Like I said, a bow with a full quiver of arrows and a dagger that would be pretty hard to get out of his hand. Rigor mortis set in. It's pretty tightly in there, but like you could if you wanted to.
Okay.
And going through his pockets, you see a torn scrap of parchment that just says, "Locals suspect nothing. The work continues. A friend."
Well, that's clearly nothing. I toss it over my shoulder.
Priscilla catches it and goes to open it up. It's like, locals suspect nothing. Work continues.
Sure glad we didn't walk past the body.
This ring any bells to anybody?
What does that mean? Are we the locals?
I mean, we suspected nothing.
Well, you're right.
The more
Were we
important question is, what is the work?
I'm going to say Baguette. You are possibly intrigued by the fact that it's signed by a friend.
Yeah. Like, so, but there's, and I don't know. She's like, okay, so like he seems poor, he seems raggedy, but that might be a disguise. Anything anywhere that might give a clue as to, like, I don't know. She spends time in libraries and with, academic types, and she knows a little bit about secret societies, but she doesn't really know that much about secret societies. She just kind of knows they exist. So she's like, like any secret symbols or something that she might recognize. I don't know. She's like, I don't recognize him, but do any of you? I mean,
Baguette, give me a no history check.
I think I have that as well.
I just pulled up your sheet.
Yay! That means I get to add my proficiency, right?
Yep.
Yay! Please be good. Please be good. That is a 16.
Okay, so you have heard of a secret group called the Friends of Man.
Ooh. Okay.
And what's odd to you is that this is on the body of a rat, because you know the Friends of Man to be violently anti anyone not dog.
Okay.
And as a member of the Church of Man, you would have researched them because they advertise themselves as being closely affiliated with the church, revering all that is man. And they want to get all cats and rats and everything out of Pugmire.
Nice people.
Yeah, so, okay. So I start sharing this, sort of musing about it out loud to everybody and saying, so why would they be working with a rat?
While Baguette is saying all this, can I see,
Hey.
is there any sign of where the rat came from? Like footsteps or trail or anything?
Sure. Yeah, give me a, would that be survive check?
Don't got that.
That's okay.
I'll
You can
assist with
wisdom
this.
check.
Huh? What was that?
You can just give me a straight up wisdom check if you want.
Ah, good. I'm garbage at that. 3.
You believe strongly that this rat has dropped from the sky. Possibly from a tree, possibly from a rat burrow in heaven. But you do not see tracks.
My God. By that I mean my man.
Oh, I like that.
And Lilia, were you about to say something?
When you said this is a little scrap of paper, does it look like it's been torn off something larger, or is this the whole note?
It does look like it's been torn off something larger.
So maybe the note wasn't for the rat. Maybe the rat stole the note.
Makes sense. Looking into a group that's obviously wants bad things for it.
Mm-hmm.
But why would an angel steal a note?
What?
Is that what angels look like?
I don't think this is an angel, Grimly.
But it came from the sky, I think. Maybe.
From underground.
How?
May I look for tracks now that Grimly has said this?
You may.
How did you come to this expert opinion, Grimly?
Well, I didn't see any tracks around it, and the only place you don't leave tracks is up.
21 to find the tracks.
You see distinct rat tracks heading further into the mountains, actually, towards the outcropping of caves and cliffs that you were heading towards.
I mean, I guess it could fly. That is likely.
Grimly, I think you
not.
forgot to check over here. It's these. Regular walking rat this time, sorry.
This time.
I mean, I haven't seen everything that lives out here.
Don't listen to him, Grimly. It truly was an angel.
Note for next time, flying squirrel.
Yes, please.
Thanks, Snowball. I
Not a
don't think
problem.
angels look like that, though. I hope not.
I go to try and pat you on the shoulder, but then realize I'm too short and just like pat you on the side.
So as you're having this conversation and looking up, patting Grimly, checking out rat tracks, Bagel and Snowball in particular, and actually Baguette too, even though you're not used to outside, you're pretty sharp. Start to get the feeling that you're not alone anymore. Can everybody give me a notice check?
Oh, it's because we have friends now, guys.
Yeah.
None of us are alone anymore, not even
More
Snowball.
More friends are incoming.
That was really good. 19.
Oh, snap, yeah.
Natural 20 for 25.
13.
Oh!
I am in my element.
21.
Oh no.
I'm totally watching this tender moment between Snowball and Grimly. I got a 10.
I got a 5. I don't think I'm watching this tender moment. I'm part of it.
Snowball, what did you get?
21.
Okay. So Snowball and Bagel notice that there's a group of a mixture of dogs, cats, and rats dressed pretty similarly and shabbily to the rats, starting to surround you, moving towards you.
I knew it.
They have their
Sky.
weapons drawn.
I push Grimly behind me.
I say, hey guys, we found your friend. That's
It's
it.
okay. Snowball, you don't have to protect me. The danger's gone.
So putting your hands up in the air.
Why are we holding our hands up?
I hold Baguette's hand.
Look.
Can I see them now?
Yes. They are appearing out of the tall grasses.
Oh, beans. Just slowly raise my hands.
Okay.
Hi,
And
friends.
a kind of mangy's not a polite word, but a rough looking dog approaches you.
If the collar fits.
Don't use that word in polite society.
Alongside a kind of one ear ripped off, scroungy looking cat. And say, so what are you doing in our neck of the woods, huh?
Do they seem like bandit folk, or are these just like, what is up, my fellow strays?
They seem exactly like bandit folk.
Cool.
Just passing through.
We're hiking.
We're on a wilderness expedition.
We killed ticks.
Hiking with a lot of plastic and some fancy duds. And the corpse of grill bones over there, I think.
That
Hey.
was not our doing. We found him like that.
If anything, we avenged him.
Yeah.
That's true.
The ticks.
The dog looks at the cat and goes, do you believe that, Fiddlesticks? I certainly don't believe that.
I
Cat
really
kinda
don't
goes,
blame you.
and knocks a bow.
Now hold on, hold on, hold on. I don't think we need to resort to violence. I mean, you say we have plastic on us, but we are really just traveling. We are but merchants.
Give me a deception check.
And I have bluff on top of immaculate grooming.
Oh, okay. The cat's bound to like you.
Can I help him with this?
Yeah.
And just be like, I actually am a merchant. That is technically correct.
Yeah, sure. So, Snowball, roll with advantage.
Okay, and that would be charisma, which is +0. 19.
Hey.
So they kind of back down. The one called Fiddlesticks, kind of, the cat sort of eyes you up and down, Snowball, and goes, I think we can trust them. They seem like they're all right. I think they're good, Napoleon. I think they're good. And the big dog goes, the merchants, huh? What you sell? Besides dead rats.
I look over to Grimly.
Fine wares such as cloth and fabrics and pleasant things, not like violence.
Well, violence can be pleasant.
I don't think that's a very healthy attitude.
Look, Mr. Dog, you come to my neck of the woods with my dead friend. Tell me how to run my business. I do what I do, how I do it, and I enjoy it. And Fiddlesticks here enjoys it, and Rizzo and Nightclaw enjoy it, and Silk and Elvis are all right too.
I love these names so much.
I know.
I want pictures of all of them.
What kind of business are you into?
Well, we used to be in, the cave defending people, the plastic taking business. I assume you know what I'm talking about.
Used to. What do you do now?
Yes.
Well, we're still in the plastic taking business, to be honest, but the cave's not so much. It's not good anymore.
Why aren't the caves good?
So
It kind of gives Lilia a sniff, and Priscilla was too many nobles around.
so you're like bankers?
Oh.
Even Baguette has to look at Grimly like, I'm naive, but really? Kind of like.
Yes, Grimly, they're exactly bankers.
Over to Grimly and just claps him on the back and goes, exactly like bankers.
Oh,
I
good.
would like to invest. I would
Yes.
be happy to start an account.
Well, what am I investing in?
All in your plastic. Just give it to me. We'll keep it safe.
Hey, you leave him alone. He's very sweet.
Yes.
And also, not everybody wearing nice clothes is just a noble. Some of us are just very good at the plastic taking business.
I actually do have some plastic, though.
Grimly?
Grimly,
Hmm.
Grimly. Save it for later.
Hmm.
Remember, you have to invest that in your fabric business, Grimly.
Right.
And you see two of the rats behind them start kind of putting their hands together and go, oh, invest. And they start kind of going around Grimly like this. Goes, yeah, too many nobles, and to be honest, there's been some weird shit up in those caves. Don't like it.
What kind of weird shit?
So he kind of leans back and goes, I know you cats. And Fiddlesticks, Silk, I know that you have 9 lives and whatever, you're gonna come back, but things as dead should stay dead.
Are things not staying dead that should be?
Nothing stays dead up there. And they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. They keep saying this weird cat name that I don't understand. And at that, you kind of see Fiddlesticks and Silk doing this to him. Well, anyway, don't go up in those caves if you know what's good for you. There's nothing good up there.
Are those the caves that we were heading toward?
They are.
Cool. That's all.
Let's do it anyway, guys.
Maybe
Yeah,
the
like-
nobles are just taking an interest in camping. You know, we should go check it out. Like they could use some pointers, maybe.
Yeah,
like
sure, pointer.
yeah.
You got a pointer with you.
Yeah, we do.
Mm.
Yeah, Baguette kind of stopped listening to the other things as soon as she heard things are not staying dead. Like that's the first hint of, okay, now it's time to be brave because like that's unnatural stuff. And she's like, that's why I'm here, right? So like she's focusing on that. And she's like kind of itching to go. Like her countenance kind of shifts hearing that.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing Corgi doing that thing they do with the bouncing back and forth on the two paws.
Yep, kind of like, yep.
So that's why we came out here, is to go to those caves and see if we can address the problems that are happening. If you have any other details you'd like to share, we are all ears.
You're just gonna go.
Doing.
All ears.
Yep.
Noah, what are your thoughts on all of this stuff?
I'm sorry.
How was that Snowball? What his thoughts were on this stuff? He's been quiet.
I do agree dead things should stay dead. I'd actually like to grab, it was Fiddlesticks, the
Mhm.
cat.
Yeah.
I'd like to approach him and see if I can like ask to like talk a little more privately, like a little away from everyone.
Okay.
And just ask like, do you know more than what you're letting us on about with this? This seems odd.
Fiddlesticks kind of looks you up and down and goes, "So, Moggy to Moggy, really? Even though you're fancy. You know who I'm talking about. You shouldn't be. Some folks think he should be. The smiling one.
The smiling one. Okay.
He's not back. He's not back. He's not back. No one in his family's back. They're all dead. They're all dead. Obviously. And at that, Silk, the other Moggy, kind of comes over too. Just kind of as backup, you're thinking?
Yeah.
Maybe, you sure? But so
Is this? Can we hear this, or is this a soft-spoken conversation?
how far away did you want to take him, Snowball?
Far enough that, well, close enough that I would have backup if
Okay.
something went wrong.
So Fiddlesticks talks pretty quietly anyway. So unless you are trying to listen. I would say
Okay, no. I just want to make sure.
goes, then who shouldn't be here? You know the cat. There's some folks who think he should be. And I left the shadow block for a reason. And give me a notice check, Snowball.
Notice 14.
Okay. So as you're talking to Fiddlesticks and Silk comes over, you see that Silk's eyes are weirdly foggy. Not like they're blind, like there's actual fog in her eyes. And you see when she exhales, some sort of like smoke or steam comes out of her mouth.
Oh, she's big on the catnip.
You
But
beat me
she's
to
not
it.
much of anything. She's been pretty quiet.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your cooperation, and I start to walk back towards the rest of the group. And I would like to, as subtly as possible, relay the smoking information to Baguette.
Oh. Oh. Do I know what that might mean?
Give me a notice arcana or sense arcana check.
Okay, let's see.
You have that.
Let's see. What do I add to that? I'm sorry, I'm still paying attention. I'm still learning my. Pardon?
Intelligence.
Okay. So, oh, that is nice. That is a 19.
You have heard while studying demons that sometimes demons like to possess cats, and a certain type is called a smoke demon.
Smoke demon.
It is a particularly insidious type of unseen. It takes over their bodies and they can exhale smoke clouds.
Yeah, that you just see Baguette's like attention goes really big. Smoke demon. Smoke demon. Okay. What would Baguette know about dealing with smoke demons? That's the question.
Baguette would know that, except for, exhaling smoke. Like most other demons, actually, I think all other demons, that they're resistant to all bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage, except for with silver weapons.
Okay. Is that okay? Snowball. Snowball, is that the only one that you saw?
That is the only one that I have noticed.
Okay. I don't even know if they know that they have a demon among them, but they do. So the
Everybody else
question.
give me a notice check too while you're here.
Sure.
Everybody who's not in the conversation.
We don't get our proficiency bonus for these checks, right?
If you're proficient in notice.
I got a 21.
The notice
14.
skill.
Out of 5.
Okay.
Well, that's like a 3.
Okay, so Lilia and Grimly is defending himself from rats who are still dancing around him going, invest, and trying to literally swipe plastic from you. And Lilia, I assume, is still pretty salty at being insulted for being a noble.
Aha, she's still trying to get the attention of literally anyone else to tell them how wrong they are.
I don't need a 401k.
But Bagel and Priscilla noticed that the mutt called Napoleon appears to have a lot more slobber in his mouth than is normal for a dog. In fact, it's kind of foamy.
Like rabid foamy, perhaps?
He doesn't seem to be. Well, if you hadn't met Grimly, you might think he was a little like twitchy and shaky and a little odd, but he seems just a little more like erratic than the average dog. But
It's hard when you have Grimly as a basis for comparison. So.
Right?
Right. So he just seems to be very vigorous and maybe he has too much doggy toothpaste in. But Priscilla, you might know what's up with him.
All right. Any kind of
And no arcana check.
no roll?
Not-
Okay.
sorry, that's for cats. It'd be sense arcana.
No arcana.
Sorry. With dogs, it's sense. With cats, it's no, because cats always know what they're doing.
Okay. Sense, that's going to be 11.
Okay. So you have a vague feeling that this is something to do with the unseen, but you're not exactly sure.
Okay.
But you know that
so-
maybe Elvis is kind of sick.
So Priscilla's going to kind of be looking around the area, going to kind of turn away and kind of try to stealthily kind of out of the way of people, go through the motions to do smell magic.
Okay. All right. So what happens when you smell magic? And friends, we are wrapping up in just under 10 minutes. So if you want to win a copy of Monarchy of the Mound and be an awesome cat like Snowball, say hi.
And you do want to win it, trust me.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
You do want to be like Snowball.
How else will you look up the impeccable grooming characteristic?
I know. Okay. So yeah, you don't even have to roll for it. You definitely smell unseen around here. You smell unseen. And what does the unseen smell like to you?
Something like a bitter scent, like something that kind of burns the back of the nostrils.
Okay. So that smell gets stronger around Silk and around Elvis.
So she kind of saddles over alongside Baguette. So have you noticed?
Just seeing Baguette with like side with Snowball and Priscilla.
At least one of them is a smoke demon. And I kind of, surreptitiously indicate which one.
Frothy over there is an unseen,
Yeah.
touched by one.
So,
So what do you think are our chances of taking them?
well, let's see. There are how many total in this group that is,
So there's 6 bandits here.
there's 6 bandits and at least,
2 dogs, 2 cats.
and presumably at least half of them are like unseen something or other, we're guessing.
The rats seem fine.
Okay. Well, I think we have to do something. At least I feel like I have to do something. I don't know about you.
I agree, but I don't know if we agree on the something. My something is run for the caves.
I can try making it harder for them to hurt us while we do it. I can try putting a bane on them.
Works for me.
Okay.
So Priscilla just kind of starts casually walking away and then not really doing anything to hide it. She goes to cast magic armor on herself.
Okay.
While
Shimmer.
while Priscilla's doing that, Baguette's going to go up to Bagel. And okay, we have a situation.
Is it the one guy who brushed his teeth like way too hard?
Well,
Because I noticed that, but I didn't want to say anything, but it's all over his face.
yes and no.
Okay.
You're so sweet. It's not that.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of the unseen.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple of them there. So we can, I don't think they're all possessed, but at least some of them are. So we can try to run for the caves or we can try to fight them all.
Why would we run? Unseen are supposed to be,
Well,
like, you're supposed to deal with them when you find them. That's how you make everything safe.
yes. The question is, do we feel like we can take them all on? I wanted to ask you because, you know, you fight things out here in nature all the time.
I mean, guide, can I do anything to size up the group? Or at least specifically the ones that Baguette has pointed out to me?
Sure. I would say, what do you want to do to size them up? Basically?
So I would ideally like to make either a notice check to just sort of spot like signs that they are good in a fight, and if so, how good, or I don't survive, but that doesn't really seem applicable here.
Like, it is essential to our survival.
It's very essential. I would also understand if it was a skill I don't have, as I do not think handle animal or traverse apply.
Just give me a notice check.
Okay. And I just remembered I have advantage on all wisdom checks that rely on sight, hearing, or smell. So I'm going to roll with advantage starting now.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
And while this is all happening, I just kind of use my sneak ability off into the shadows.
Okay.
I'm glad I had advantage because the first one was a 1, and the second one was a 16, bringing it to a 21 again.
Nice.
I am consistent.
Good. So you definitely get the feeling that if you wanted to, you could take all of them. It would not be fun or pleasant, especially because 2 of them are demons.
Mm-hmm.
But you would probably survive.
Okay.
And also, you know that they don't really want to fight you.
Yeah. So to Baguette, I want to say, I think we can take them, and I think it's important that we do.
Okay.
And then I want to turn to their leader and just be like, hypothetically, how do you feel about Unseen?
And that's where we'll find out next week. The Lost Tales of Pugmire. So thank you so much, chat, for joining us. I'm Jessica Barkram. I've been your guide cat tonight. You can see me on Twitter at Miss_Jess03. And if you're into feline things, I've written The College of Caterwauling. You can purchase it on DM's Guild. And tomorrow, The Cat Burglar, a roguish archetype for 5e, will be available.
I'm so excited.
Support our Patreon on patreon.com/PawsClawsRPG. And
do we have a winner for our?
Yeah, do we have a winner?
Drum roll.
Who's lucky enough to get that Monarchies of Mal?
I wish I could do a good drum roll. I can't.
Okay, well, let's just introduce ourselves and stuff as we go.
That's fair.
So, starting with our Corgi twins.
I'll go first. I am Bagel, one half of the Corgi twins. I am also GwenDB. You can find me on the internet at GwenDB on everything except for Instagram, where it's GwenDB_arts, because the regular one was taken. But I am an illustrator, so you can follow me for pretty pictures and more updates about this Pugmire stream.
Yeah. And I am Lynn Meyer. You can find me just about everywhere as Lynn_M_Meyer. I have a strangely common name. I needed to use my middle initial. It's so weird. Yeah, so you can find me all over the place on Twitter, Instagram, DM's Guild, fun stuff like that. And I actually have a real life cat who's being shy today, so maybe next week he'll make an appearance. So.
Miss Priscilla.
Hi, I'm the spectacular derp that forgot to introduce myself earlier. It's just I'm Ashley May. I'm a writer on the DM's Guild, and you can find me there. My works like Festivals, Feasts, and Fairs, the Hungover Adventure Guide. I had to go because. So you can also find me on Twitter at Ashley May Writes.
Lelia.
For once, I'm not muted. Nice.
Progress.
I'm Kat Evans. I am a writer, amongst other things, most importantly, a dog mom. You can find stuff for what I have written on the Sluretian Vault, including one main episode and one upcoming side quest in this summer's extremely cool, extremely metal Vengeance of the Shunned campaign.
Yes,
You
it's
can
awesome.
find me. It is awesome, and it's got cute furry animals in. So you can find me on DM's Guild writing books about hags and books made out of human skin and all kinds of weird and spooky stuff. But most
Tasty.
importantly, you can find me right here on Saturday evening at 4 p.m. EST, running session 0 of a brand new Scion stream.
Snowball the cat.
I am Alan Engelson. You can feel free and follow me on Twitter at wildwolf_8. And I just really I play test just as RPGs.
Alan is a hero. He plays us everything I write. And Grimly Graham.
And I am Alan Johnson, not to be confused with Alan Engelson. You can find me at Twitter at @NarlorJenkins. I am a voice actor, writer, contributor to the DM's Guild, where just today came out Friends, Foes, and Other Fine Folk, which some other people here contributed and wrote parts for. So check that out. And yeah, check back next week for more.
And congratulations to Ice Joker 80 for winning the giveaway.
Yeah, Ice Joker.
Yay!
Congratulations.
You
Thank
were
you,
proved the
everybody, for
greatest.
coming to our first session. It was a blast. And see us next week, right here, 8 p.m. Eastern. Paws and Claws.
Yep.
Be there.